So guys, my name is Quizy and welcome to my channel, so to speak. This one has been prompted by April for the longest time. April has been on my case like Quizy. You know so many things, you serve so many things. Let's share them with the people. Like, okay, I'll do it. I don't know, so I think I've been looking for like a good, like the perfect time to do it. But then I figured, okay, there's no perfect time. I might as well just do this thing because I'm gonna keep postponing and never really get to the destination that is needed. So today I'm gonna be talking about a few things that I've kind of understood and believed that should happen, maybe that are not happening the way they should, stuff like that. So I want to talk to you guys about self, self in a lot of aspects, but right now I want to speak about self in a sense of, validation and appreciation and just living for self, because I think that's where I'm at. So it's kind of very easier to talk about things that I'm in, or that space I'm in life, because it's something that I can sort of understand it better and relate to better. So like I'm saying, I'm going to be talking about self. Yeah. So I'll start off with validation. I'm going to try and note them down so that I don't repeat anything. So with validation, I've come to understand and learn that some people validate their lives based on our downfalls or our flaws. There's some people, there's so many, I'm sure, even out there, even some of your friends and colleagues and family, that have built that validation based on where you are in life. So they mark their progress by how far ahead they are of you, or how far ahead you are of them, not how far they are in their planning. Because I remember so many years ago, I heard Bona speak about this, and I was like, oh my god. She said, if you don't have a plan, like if you don't have a plan, then you plan to fail. Okay, if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. Because I remember she said something so profound, that when you've planned something, planning minimizes the effects of life happening to you. And I was like, oh, Bona, what? Because I understood it. When you've planned something, it minimizes the effects of life happening to you. You're going to happen to life, not life is not going to happen to you. You're not going to go with the wind and go with the flow. You're going to go for what you want and how you want it. So some people validate themselves based on how we go, where we go wrong, how we go wrong, when we go wrong, and why we go wrong. And that is a very dangerous place to like start, or to like be in, because you're looking at everything that I do wrong so much that you're not even going to see when you are wrong, because yours is based on what I do or what the next person is doing. So I think that's the one thing that we need to really look into. And I think also number two that I want to just sort of like hint, and then obviously as the time goes, I'll make videos and try to explain each in depth. I think another thing that we as human beings don't understand, or that we maybe choose not to understand, is what I would say entitlement. Let me write it down. Entitlement, guys, is dangerous. I remember I was watching a video with Jada and the mom and the brother, I think, and they were talking about that. They were talking about how our parents are not even entitled to our lives. Our parents will always tell you, no, Unganaka, why aren't you doing this for me? But I'm not supposed to. You understand? The fact that I'm your child does not mean I must now not live my life and live for you. There's parents that will tell you, no, you must go do a law, or go do accounting, because they wanted to do accounting, and that time you want to rap. You understand? I'm not saying you guys must not follow your parents' advice. I'm not saying you guys must not follow your parents' your parents' rules in the house. But there's some things that you just need to understand that But my parents are not entitled to my life, and you're not entitled to your parents' life, because they were on their own journey. I remember she said that you were on our parents were on their own journey, and they happened to have us within that journey. And does not mean that that journey stops because we're here. That journey keeps moving. It's a cycle. It keeps moving. So I cannot I expect my parents to live for me. They're not going to be here doing this video for me. They cannot be in the studio doing a radio show for me. They cannot be on TV presenting for me. They cannot do auditions for me. They cannot do anything for me. I need to do things for myself. So once we understand that, we're not going to be entitled to wanting to say, but you're my mom, why didn't you borrow me 2,000 when I needed one? But they're not supposed to. It's the same thing as us being feeling like, no, but why aren't you doing something for me when you're my friend? But I'm not supposed to. I gotta take care of this person first, and then you will come second or third or fifth, or even never. So don't even want to feel like your friends are not doing things for you because they have to. They're not doing them because they have other things to do, or they just don't want to. So you're not gonna kill them. Instead, let's stop with these delusions that people need to do things for us. Like, why didn't you help me with my audition clip? But they're not supposed to. Why didn't you do? No, those people are not supposed to. You're your own hero. You are your own entourage. You are your own cheerleader. You are your own everything. So once you understand that, you kind of expect less from people and you get disappointed less. So we get into, even in relationships, we get entitled like, no, as my partner, you must make me feel this way. No, how about you feel that way first before you come here and expect it from somebody else? Some people tell you, if had you not done this, I wouldn't have done this, or I wouldn't feel this way. Why is it my job to make you feel a certain way? No, my job is to come in with what I can bring to the table, and for you as my partner, or for you as my friend, or for you as a colleague, to come in with what you can bring to the table. And then we bring all that and then build something. Instead of you wanting me to help build you, when will I build me instead? So I think we should really stop with these delusions that people need to do things for us. People are not supposed to. People are not entitled to do anything for us. We should do things for ourselves, because that's the only person that you can ever have. When everything else and when all the dust settles and you get in your lonely hour, you have you to take care of you. You understand? And even in relationships, you cannot get into a relationship hoping that your partner is going to make you happy when you don't even know what makes you happy. How are you expecting them to achieve that when you don't even know what makes you happy? You understand? I remember Gabrielle talked about it the other day, saying she got into a marriage, and then one day AJ was like, what makes you happy? And then she mentioned 3 things, and those 3 things were not even things that you can write home about. And he said, yeah, your marriage had to break because you don't even know what makes you happy. Then how are you expecting your man to know what makes you happy? So some people that are in relationships right now that are dysfunctional, do you even know what makes you happy? Do you know what you want? Do you know what you don't want? Do you understand? Until you get to the point where you know that I want this and I want that, I need this and I need that, then you're in a position to sort of understand that nobody's going to do something for you. You need to come in with all that for yourself, and then that's what you bring to the table. Say your own peace, joy, love, happiness you find within yourself. If you know that you're happy and you're joyful and you're peaceful and you're happy, everything is nice, then you're going to bring exactly that. That means your relationship or whatever union that you have is going to be exactly what you have. You understand? It's going to go according to that, because that is what you're bringing to the table. I don't know if I'm making sense. All I'm saying to you guys is that let's stop being entitled or wanting to believe that people need to do things for us they're not supposed to. Nobody's supposed to make us feel a certain way, because people live and manipulate into such things like, had you not said that or had you not done that, I wouldn't be feeling this way. But honey, I need me first. Call it selfish, but this person comes first. You come second, third, or third. You understand? So don't feel entitled to Quizy and responding to you immediately, or to Quizy jumping out of the house when you say you need help. No, I'm not entitled to. Okay? So I think I'll talk about those 2 points, and then in the next video obviously we'll talk about negativity, because I feel like so many people are negative. So everything that happens, everything is not happening because you guys are too negative. You're looking at the government is not doing this, our parents did not do that, and now you know, I remember there's one thing that I saw, that if you're in the hating business, you hate on everything. You hate on the mailman, you hate on the robots, you hate on traffic, you hate on your civil. You're going to even hate on yourself, because you're always in hating. When you run out of things to hate, you're going to hate yourself. All I'm saying is that we'll talk about that in the next video. I have a few minutes to radio now, but make sure that you always keep it locked on my social media accounts. It's at Quizy DJ, QUIZY DJ, and let's keep the interactions going on. If you need a video, me to do a video about anything, maybe you've been struggling with a certain thing and you really want help with that, we can do a video about that, depending obviously on my opinions, because this is like an opinion piece, so you guys shouldn't feel like it's the epitome of life and then, you know, because I'll be blamed for it. But it's one of those take it or leave it. But yeah, that's basically me today, and see you guys another time. But that's what I wanted to talk about today. But don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let's do the things, and hopefully when I come back, maybe it will be with a bigger, greater, better quality. This is just from my phone. I was like, I'm sitting in the office. I was like, okay, let me just do this because I've been wanting to do it for a very long time. So I have space. I'm alone. It's like, let me just do it. So yeah, let's keep the interactions going on, and remember to comment and tell me what you think. Until next time, that's Quizy signing out. Peace.